Jerry Tucker, I wrote about Jerry Tucker back in the day when I was, I don't know with the Sun Sentinel, but definitely in the Palm Beach Post. Trump International's PGA professional teaching professional, excuse me. He's the senior, 2010 Senior Player of the Year. You see his name in the Palm Beach Post all the time. Senior Player of the Year is awarded by the PGA, and it displays outstanding play in both the South Florida section and national events, represents their fellow members with distinction in the area of competition. And he's no, obviously, stranger to this award, as I alluded. He's only won it 6 times now in 3 consecutive years. Jerry, I need a lot of shots. If I play you, I'll tell you that right now. Jerry Tucker.
Thank you very much. Thank you, and I also want to congratulate all the award winners and the senior award. I think I'm the only one wearing glasses up here today. So this is a great honor for me. 3 times in a row at age 61. You don't know, there's new sheriffs coming into town all the time, and so it's nice to win that award again. I started playing golf when I was about 12 when Arnold Palmer was winning his 3rd Masters in 1962, and to think later that I'd get to play golf with Arnold Palmer 3 times would have fulfilled my dreams beyond measure at that point. And I've got a story each time, but I only want to tell you about the second time. First time I did drive a ball off to the hot dog stand, I was so nervous. But second time I was a host pro at head pro at Bell Reef Country Club. We had the '92 PGA Championship. Tim was probably there, and Arnie called me up to play practice on just him and me the Friday before the tournament. And I heard that wasn't unusual, something that he did with other pros. So, and he was just fantastic. And as my father's 2 sports heroes were Arnold Palmer and Stan Musial, and my dad was there that day, and as they walked across the bridge in front of me on the 2nd hole, it was like, you know, I had a shiver going down my back. It was just awesome talking and joking. And Arnie played pretty good that day in his practice round. He birdied the 9th, 10th, 11th hole. And then on the 15th hole, he kind of smiled and he said to his caddy, he said, "Royce," he said, "I think I heard a bull cricket." And I didn't hear anything, and I jumped in and I said, "Well, Arnie, you know, I know they have ball crickets in Florida, but I don't think we have them in Missouri." And Royce looked at me and Royce said, "I think Arnie made that noise." I said, "Oh, okay, I got that." And then it was kind of, you know, discouraging that I found out that my idol was flatulent that day. And again on the next hole, he said, "Royce, I think I heard another mole cricket." So I said, "Okay, I got it this time." And so after the round, he was great. He posed for pictures with my parents, and I sent him a note. I said, "Arnie, it's great to play with you again. I wish I could have saved those birdies for the tournament, but we had a great time." And P.S. I had my superintendent spray for those mole crickets, and we haven't heard or seen any since you were here. So I hope you got a kick out of that. I also got to play with Gary Player, Jack Nicklaus, and Sam Snead, and Kevin Maroney too, by the way. So you know, I've got the big 4 of them. My quick Snead story. Bob Goldie would have a good player into a little tournament in Belleville, Illinois every year, and I shot a good first round. And I called my parents. I was playing with Sam Snead, Jay Haas, who's like a rookie on tour, and a guy who had just won tour school. So I was very excited. And I've always been nervous in tournaments, and I've always tried to overcome it in deep breathing and jokes or whatever I can do. But this day, I thought my neurological system may not take this. They called me to tee first, and I just my heart started pounding out of my chest. And I got the ball teed up, but I'm a 29-year-old assistant pro, and I had this thought. I'm not exaggerating. I said, "Oh my God." I said, "What if I whip this drive?" I said, "Or what if I just tow it and hit these people over here? What am I going to do?" And I didn't even care about the score anymore. I was just like, am I going to keep playing? Am I going to go to the parking lot? What am I going to do here? And I actually started off par birdie, and now I think Tucker beats Snead at St. Clair Invitational. I'm going to win the tournament. And the 5th hole, I tried to make this quick because it seemed like it took about 6 hours. Little tight, drivable par 4. And got all the young studs back there at that table back there. You'll be this nervous sometime. And so Jay Haas just drives it right at the pin, right by the hole, back French. Sam Snead steers it up there a little short of the green, and Tom Jones hits a good shot. And now I've always played this hole with a 4-iron, and just hit a 4-iron, 9-iron. So I hit my 4-iron, a little inside-out hook, and the ground's hard, and the wind's blowing, ball bounces out of bounds. And I don't hit too many balls out of bounds. I'm just a conservative player, and I said, "Oh my God, now what?" So I said, "Okay, I'm going to hit it over there a little farther right in the trees." And I don't care if it goes in the tree, I just don't want to go out of bounds. So I hit him a little farther right, hit my forearm. Okay, it's okay. Oh God, it's hooking. And now it starts hooking, and it starts bouncing, and it goes out of bounds. And now my brain completely goes crazy again. And what I remember about this was, I stood there, and I was just thinking, what if I just keep hitting balls out of bounds? And so what if you run out of balls? Is it against the rules to borrow a ball from the other players? Anyway, I mean, and I shot my 82, and it's funny, I'm always kidding Roger Kennedy about, I asked him what Harry Barton was like, you know, Roger's a little older than me. And so I was playing, I got it back though, Roger. Roger doesn't know this, but I got paid back a couple of weeks ago. I was playing with a couple of young assistants, and something about Sam Snead came up, and I said, yeah, I played with Sam Snead. One of the guys looks at me and goes, dude, you are old. So I got paid back a little bit. Roger and Joyce Kennedy became dear friends of ours after Susan and I moved here in 1997, shortly after that. And he has inspired me. This is not a joke. He's older than me, and he still practices, still takes lessons. I said I wasn't going to say this, but last year, within 2 weeks, he took a stack and tilt lesson, and he took a lesson from Jimmy Fowler. So that's how dedicated this guy is to try and get better. But I found out a few years ago that he had won over $1 million as a club pro in tournament, and that's really some feat. And my wife's an accountant, so I knew my numbers, and I had like he said, it was $200 at a time. He won that $1 million too. But I'd won about $700,000. I said, I'm going to make that a goal. And I also, Roger, I don't know if I told you this part, but I also made a goal to overtake you, which I project will happen in June of 2018, by the way. And what I wanted to ask Tim Roseport knows more about golf than any of us here, but Roger and I are both around $1 million in earnings, and Ben Hogan won $400,000. So can you tell me who's better? I mean, you still think Hogan's better than either one of us, probably. Anyway, finally, I want to thank my beautiful wife, Susan, who has supported my little habit for 35 years. Just an example, she's allowed me to build a green and 5 bunkers in our backyard. 2 years ago, we converted now this is something a little bit too much, we converted our master bedroom to a putting room. So that's what she's done. As you know, Harry Balls turned 100 Sunday, still teaching. I hope, I love my life with Susan and my little dog Hogan. I hope I get to do this for another 39 years too. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr.